Hello students, this is Savita Pawar. Welcome to my channel Get the Math. Today we are going to see solutions of exercise 8.3 of lesson 8 comparing qualities. Let us see first some of the points that we are going to study in this exercise. First one is principal. The money borrowed or lent out for a certain period of time is called as a principal, or it is also said as sum. It is denoted by capital P. So that means the money that we are borrowing or lending out to somebody for a certain period of time. That is principal. Interest, the additional money paid by the borrower in lieu of the money used by him is called as the interest. So interest is, that is the additional money that we are paying or the borrower is paying for the money that he has used or the principal he has used for a certain period of time. So that additional money is called as the interest. Interest can be of two types, simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest is if the interest is reckoned uniformly on the original principal throughout the loan period, then the interest is called as the simple interest. It is denoted by SI. This means that if the interest is taken on the original principal, if you have taken 50,000 rupees for 2 years, if you have borrowed 50,000 rupees for 2 years from somebody, then the interest will be calculated on 50,000 only for whatever period you have taken. So that type of interest is called as the simple interest. Then second type is the compound interest. If the interest occurred during the first year is added to the principal and the amount obtained becomes the principal for the second year and so on, then the difference between the original principal and the final amount is called as a compound interest. It is denoted by CI. So such type of interest is being calculated in post office, banks, insurance companies and other companies which lend and accept deposits. So they calculate through compound interest. So here what happens that if you are borrowing 50,000 rupees for suppose 3 years, then the interest for the first year will be calculated on 50,000. Then the amount then we get the amount at the end of the year, that is for the first year. Then that amount becomes principal for the second year. Then again the interest is calculated at the end of the second year and the amount is calculated at the end of the second year. Then that amount at the end of the second year becomes the principal for the third year. So this way this interest is been calculated, that is called as the compound interest. The next point is amount. The total money that is paid back by the borrower to the lender is called as the amount. Then rate of interest. The interest on rupees 100 for a unit time is called as the rate of interest. It is expressed in percentage, that is R percentage. Time. The time for which the sum has been taken or given is time, or it is also called as number of years. It is denoted by T or N. So time should always be expressed in years. If it is given in days, then divided by 365, and if it is given in months, then divided by 12 to convert it into years. Now here are some of the formulas that we are going to use in this exercise. Now these formulas, the first line you know it well. Simple interest equal to PRN upon 100, the whole upon 100. So from this formula you can find P, you can find R, you can find N. So P becomes SI into 100, the whole upon RN. R becomes SI into 100, the whole upon PN. And N becomes SI into 100, the whole upon PR. And after finding the simple interest, you can find the amount equal to P plus SI. Okay. Now for the compound interest, if you need to find the amount, if you want to find the compound interest, for that first we need to find the amount. So amount equal to P bracket 1 plus R upon 100, this is R upon 100 bracket close raised to N. So this is upon N, so this is superscript. On the bracket you have to write here N, compounded annually. So if it is compounded annually, so amount is given by the formula P 1 plus R by 100 raised to N. And if the amount is compounded half yearly, then the amount is given by the formula P 1 plus R upon 200 raised to 2N. Okay, so finally the compound interest becomes this final amount minus the original principal. It is called as the compound interest. Now here we can see that the simple interest for the first year or 1 year is equal to compound interest for the 1 year or the first year. So simple interest and compound interest, the value are same for the first year or 1 year. Then comes population after n years. If you want to find the population after n years, it becomes formula as present population bracket 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n. If the population is increasing, here you have to write plus. If it is decreasing, here you have to write minus. Similarly, if you want to find before n years, then present population equal to population before n years 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n if increasing and 1 minus r upon 100 raised to n if decreasing. Same formula as population you can use for value of machine or counting of bacteria. So these are the same formulas that we can use for these two content also. Okay. So now let us start with exercise 8.3. First question is calculate the amount and the compound interest on. So in question number 1 we have to find the amount and the compound interest both. Somewhere they are asking only amount, so you need to solve up to the amount only. If they have asked compound interest, then only solve the compound interest. So here rupees 10,800 for 3 years at 12.5% per annum compounded annually. So it is given compounded annually. So write the given things, P equal to 10,800, N equal to 3 years, R is 12.5, that becomes 25 by 2% per annum. This is compounded annually. You have to find amount and compound interest. So here your formula becomes A equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substitute the values of P, R 25 by 2 into 100 and raised to 3. 3 is number of years. So that becomes your. So now how to solve this one? 22 into 100 is 200. Take the LCM with 1 here, that becomes 200 plus 25 upon 200 raised to 3. So 200 plus 25 becomes 225 upon 200. Now do the cancellation. So since it is 3 times, so 225 upon 200 write 3 times and do the cancellation. So you will get the amount as 15377.34 rupees. Now you have to find the compound interest equal to A minus P. So A minus P is, A is 15377.34 minus the original principal was 10,800. So the compound interest become 4577.34 rupees. So that is the compound interest. Now let us solve for first B. Principal is given as 18,000, R is given as 10% per annum and number of years have been given in fraction. Number of years is 2.5 years. So whenever we are calculating it for compounded annually and the number of years have been given in fraction, so one number is the whole number and the second number is the fraction here. So for the whole number we have to find it by the formula A equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N, and for the fraction part we have to find it by the simple interest formula. Okay, so that is why I have written it in a green color. You can see 2 we have to calculate by this formula and the half year you have to calculate it by simple interest formula. Now how to calculate it? So first solve it for A equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. So it becomes here P is 18,000, 1 plus 10 by 100 raised to 2. So it becomes here 18,000 it is 18,000. Now take the LCM. LCM becomes here 100 and plus 10. Now you can do it orally. 110 upon 100 the whole square. Okay, 0 gets cancelled. So it becomes 11 by 10. So it is 18,000 into 11 by 10 into 11 upon 10. So this 0 get cancelled with this one. So now it is 180 into 11 into 11. So the answer becomes here 21780 rupees. So this is the amount for 2 years. Now for the remaining half year we have to calculate. So simple interest for half year equal to PRN upon 100. This is the formula. Now P will be what? The amount that we calculated for 2 years. So this is the amount that we have calculated for 2 years. That will become the principal for the next half year. So this is the P equal to 21780 into 10. That is the rate of interest into N is here half 1 by 2 and this is the 100. So do the calculation. You will get it SI equal to 1089. So 1089. Now let us find the total amount of the previous 2 years and this one half year. So that becomes 21780 plus 1089. That will give you 22869. That much rupees. So this is the total amount for 2.5 years. Now you have to find the compound interest. That becomes 22869 minus principal. The original was 18,000. So that will give you 4869 rupees. So this was your compound interest. Okay. Next one here also. So P is given as 62,500. Now time is given in 1.5 years and rate of interest is given 8% per annum, but they are asking to find it compounded half yearly. So it is not annually now, it is half yearly. So for half yearly the way of solving the sum changes. So for half yearly what you have to do? You have to do the half of the rate of interest. So that is whatever rate of interest is been given divided by 2. So that becomes 8 upon 2 is 4% per half year you have to write. And the number of years you have to change it according to the half years pattern. So that is 1 by 2 half years. 1 by 2 years. 1 by 2 years means how many half years? That is 3 half years. So equal to 3 half years. You have to find the amount and the compound interest. So write the formula again. A equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. So 62500, 1 plus R is 4 according to half year formula. Just we have calculated it up here now. R equal to 4 and upon 100 and number of years will be 3 half years. Okay. Now take the LCM, it becomes 104 upon 100 raised to 3. So now if you cancel it here, it becomes 26 by 25. So that becomes 62500 and 26 by 25 3 times, 26 by 25 and 26 by 25. Okay. So after cancelling all these things, the amount becomes here, you can see that is 25 ones are. So 25 25s are 625, 25 ones are 0 okay, 25 ones are 25 fours are. So now the total becomes 4 into 26 into 26 into 26, 4 into 26 into 26 into 26. If you do the multiplication, you will get the answer as 70,304 rupees. Okay, so that is the total amount you get after 1.5 years if you do the calculation compounded half yearly. Now here again you have to find the compound interest. So compound interest will become amount minus principal. Amount is 70,304 minus the principal was 62,500. So you get the compound interest as 7,804 rupees as a CI. So you can see the difference between finding annually and this was of finding half yearly. Now the first D is also for half yearly. So 8,000 is the principal, R is 9% per annum. You have to compound it half yearly. So 9 by 2 per half year, and N equal to 1 year, that means 2 half years, 6 months, 6 months. So 2 half years. Amount and compound interest you have to find. So here P equal to 8,000, 1 plus 9 upon 2 into 100 raised to 2. So that becomes, after taking the LCM, it becomes 209 upon 200 raised to 2. So that becomes, here I have told you how to find the LCM. This is upon 1 year. So the LCM becomes 200. Multiply each term by 200, you get at, and then add it, you get 209 upon 200. Okay. So now you cannot cancel here. Open the bracket, that is 8,000 into 209 upon 200 into 209 upon 200. Since it is a square outside the bracket, now this 2 0 will get cancelled. 2 1s are 2 4s are 0. Okay, 2 1s are 0 0. 2 2s are 4 0. This 0 and this 0 get cancelled. So it is 2 into 209 into 209 upon 10. So the answer comes out to be something amount equal to 8736.20 rupees. So this is the amount. Now you need to find the compound interest. So compound interest equal to A minus P. Compound interest is here, amount is here 8736.20 minus 8,000 rupees. So that becomes 736.20 rupees. So that is your compound interest. Okay. Now the E part is, it is also to find it compounded half yearly. So now here P equal to 10,000 rupees, R equal to 8%, compounded half yearly, so divided by 2, that becomes 4% per half year. N equal to 1 year, so 1 year means 2 half years, amount you have to find, and compound interest. So A equal to P, 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. So substitute all the values. It is 1 by 104 upon 100 the square. So that becomes here, that is 10,000 into 104 upon 100 into 104 upon 100. So 20 get cancelled here. So it is only 104 into 104, that becomes 10816 rupees. That is the amount. Now you have to find the compound interest. So compound interest equal to A minus P. So it is 10816 minus 10,000 rupees. So that is 816 rupees compound interest. Okay. Okay. Now let us see for question number 2 here. Kamla borrowed rupees 26,400 from a bank to buy a scooter at a rate of 15% per annum, compounded yearly. What amount will she pay at the end of 2 years, 4 months to clear the loan? So principal is 26,400, R is 15% per annum, compounded annually, it is given yearly here, compounded yearly. Okay. N equal to 2 years, 4 months, 2 years, 4 months, convert this 4 months to year, that is 4 upon 12, means 4 1s are 4 3s are, that becomes 2, 1 by 3 years. Now it is compounded annually and number of years has been given in fraction. So the whole number will be found by this formula and the fraction one will be done by this formula. So let us start. So amount equal to 26,400 bracket 1 plus 15 upon 100 raised to 2. So 26400, after taking the LCM it becomes 115 upon 100 raised to 2. So it becomes here 26400. After doing cancellation, it becomes 23 upon 20 the whole square. So when you solve it, you get the answer as 66 into 529. So the amount is here 34914 rupees. That is the amount. And by solving it with the simple interest formula, so now whatever the amount was there after 2 years, it has been now principal for the next 1/3 year. So that becomes 34914 as a principal. R is 15, time is 1/3 and 100. So after doing the cancellation, you get the answer as 1745.70. So that is the amount interest for 1/3 years. Now total amount you have to find. So total amount becomes here 34914 plus 1745.70. So the amount becomes here 36659.70 rupees. So this is the amount. Third question is, Fabina borrows 12,500 at a rate of 12% per annum for 3 years, simple interest, and Radha borrows at the same amount for the same time period but rate is 10%, that is compounded annually. So who pays more interest and by how much? So Fabina, write the given thing, P equal to 12,500, R is 12%, compounded annually, N is 3 years, okay, by simple interest she has taken the money. So find the amount by using the simple interest formula. So it becomes here, if you solve this 0 get cancelled here, and this becomes 125 into 12 into 3, that becomes 4,500 rupees is the simple interest. Okay, so we have to find only the simple interest. So for Radha, now for Radha, it becomes 12%, 12,500, 10% is the rate of interest and N is 3 year. You want to find the compound interest, so directly you can find the compound interest without finding the amount, that CI equal to A minus P. Substitute the value of A here as P bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N, and this is minus P. Take out P common, so in the whole bracket it becomes 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N minus P, and we have taken as common, so it remains here 1. Okay, now substitute the value of all the given things, P and R. So after taking the LCM here, it becomes 110 upon 100 raised to 3 minus 1. Now here the 0 get cancelled, so it becomes here, or you can see, so if the 0 get cancelled here, it becomes 12500, 11 cube is 1331 upon 1000 minus 1. So it becomes 12500 and 1331 minus 1000 upon 1000. So this comes out to be, so it is 12500 multiplied by 331 upon 1000. Okay, so after calculating, this 0 get cancelled and 125, that becomes 112.5 into 331. Multiply it, you will get the compound interest as 4137.50. This is the compound interest. Now you want to find the difference between compound interest and simple interest. So you can see simple interest is 4500 and compound interest is 4137. So simple interest is more than compound interest. Therefore difference is SI minus CI. That becomes 4500 minus 4137.50. So that gives you 362.50 rupees. So who has gained more interest? That is by the simple interest, Fabina. So Fabina pays more interest of rupees 362.50. Okay, so this way you have to do the sum. Question 4th is, I borrowed 12,000 rupees from Jamshed at 6% per annum simple interest for 2 years, and if this sum has been borrowed at 6% per annum compound interest, what extra amount would I have to pay? So P is 12,000 and R is 6%, N equal to 2 years here. So if I have calculated by simple interest formula, then what will be the amount that I have to pay? So this becomes here 12,000 into 6 into 2 upon 100, 0 get cancelled here. So the answer becomes how much? 120 into 6 into 2. So that becomes here 12 are 1440 rupees. So this is the simple interest that I have to pay if the amount is calculated by simple interest. Now if the amount is calculated by compound interest here, so P equal to 12,000, R equal to 6, N equal to 2. So CI equal to A minus P, substitute the value of A here, take P common, so the formula becomes this way, and substitute all the values of R and P here. So you get here as 12,000. Now cancel this. On cancelling this, you get 12,000 53 upon 50 the whole square minus 1. So 53 square is 2809 upon 2500 minus 1. So it becomes 12,2809 minus 2500 upon 2500. So you have to take the LCM here. So it becomes 12,000 and the remaining here will be 309 upon 2500. So on cancelling you get the answer as 7416 upon 5, and that becomes equal to 6 upon 5, that is equal to 1483.20 rupees. So this is the compound interest. Now you need to find the difference. So difference equal to, so which one is greater? So you have seen that compound interest has been greater here. So compound interest minus simple interest, that will be 1483.20 minus 1440, that counts to be 43.20 rupees. So that is the difference between the compound interest and the simple interest. If the same amount has been taken and the interest is different, calculated in different ways. Question number 5 is, Vasudev invested 60,000 at an interest rate of 12% per annum compounded half yearly. What amount he would get after 6 months and after 1 year? So this is the first type for after 6 months. So after 6 months means the amount is calculated half yearly. Okay. P equal to 60,000, R is 12% per annum half yearly, and N equal to 6 months, that is half year. So 6 months means half year. So let us start to doing simple interest. PRN upon 100, 60,000 into 12 into half year, that is 1 by 2 into 100. So it becomes here 0 get cancelled, 2 1s are 2 6 are 12. So that becomes 3600. So simple interest is 3600 rupees. So amount becomes here, P is 60,000 plus 3600. So the amount becomes here 63600. That is the amount calculated through simple interest. Now let us see the amount calculated through compound interest and after 1 year. Okay. So after 1 year, so 1 year means 2 half years. R equal to 12%. So 12 by 2 means 6% per half year. So amount equal to P, 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. So substitute all the values here. So this becomes 60,000 into 106 upon 100 the whole square. So if you cancel this becomes 60,000. This is 53 upon 50 the whole square. Write 53 upon 50 2 times and on cancelling you get 24 into 2809. So that becomes 67416 rupees. So this is the amount that is to be calculated after by the formula compound interest that we receive after 1 year. Okay, so that was the question, calculating amount after half year and calculating amount after 1 year. The next one is Arif took a loan of 80,000 from a bank. If the rate of interest is 10% per annum, find the difference in the amounts he would be paying after 1.5 years if the interest is compounded annually and compounded half yearly. So compounded annually here, P equal to 80,000 rupees, R equal to 10%, N equal to 1.5. Again the number of years is 1.5 in fraction because and it is we are calculating it compounded annually. So half year we have to calculate it separately. So amount equal to P1 plus R upon 100 raised to N, 80,000. So this becomes here 80,000, 110 upon 100 raised to 1. So it is 1 only. So the amount becomes here 88,000 rupees. That is the amount. Now this amount becomes the principal for the next half year. So SI equal to PRN upon 100, 88,000 into 10 into 1 by 2 into 100. That becomes your simple interest, 4,400 rupees. So now let us calculate the total amount. So 88,000 plus 4,400, that calculates to be 92400 rupees. Okay. Now the second part is to calculate it half yearly. So for half yearly, P is 80,000, R is 10%, so 10 by 2% means half percent per half yearly. N equal to 1 by 2 years means 3 half years. So substitute all the values here. Now let us start calculating. 80,000, 105 upon 100 raised to 3 years. Okay, 105 upon 100 raised to 3. So the answer becomes here on calculating, this answer becomes 92610 rupees. That is the amount calculated after 3 half years. Okay, so now the difference you have to find. So difference equal to between the two, 92610 minus 92400. So the difference is 210 rupees. So the same amount is been calculated annually and half yearly. So the same amount is been calculated for the same period of time, but the first one is calculated annually and the second one is calculated half yearly. So you get a difference of here 210 rupees more if we calculate it by half yearly. The next one is Maria. Maria invested 8,000 rupees in a business and she paid an interest of 5% compounded annually it is. Okay, so the amount credited against her name at the end of the second year. At the end of the second year means N equal to 2 years here and R equal to 5% per annum compounded annually this one, and P equal to 8,000 rupees. So let us start with the formula. A equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. So it is 8,000 1 plus 5 upon 100 raised to 2 year. Okay, so it is 8,105 upon 100 whole square. Okay, if you solve it, you will get the answer as 8820 rupees. that is the amount. Okay, now you have to write the statement as amount up to second year equal to amount credited against Maria at the end of second year equal to 8,820 rupees. Okay, now you have to find interest for the third year. So interest for third year equal to amount after 3 years minus amount after 2 years. Now we don't know amount after 3 years, so write the formula of CI, that is P1 plus R upon 100 raised to N minus this is 8820. So P is here 8000, 1 plus R is 5 upon 100 raised to 3 minus 8820. So this becomes 8105 upon 100 raised to 3 minus 8820. Okay, so this becomes 9261 after doing all the cancellations and solving it, minus 8820. So that gives you 441 rupees. So that is the amount Maria get at the end of the third year. So that is the interest that Maria get at the end of the 3 year. Okay. Okay. The next one is find the amount and the compound interest on rupees 10,000 for 1.5 year and 10% per annum compounded half yearly. Would this interest be more than the interest he would get if it was compounded annually? So here compounded half yearly and compounded annually, both the type you have to find. So compounded half yearly is P equal to 10,000, 10% per annum, compounded half yearly. So R is 10 by 2, 5% per half yearly. N is 1 by half years, that means 3 half years. So use the formula now. So that becomes 105 upon 100 raised to 3. Okay, so this becomes here 21. On solving this one, the answer will be 46305 the whole upon 4. So that will be the answer as 11576.25 rupees. Okay, so for here you have to find the compound interest. This will be 1. So that is A minus P. So it is A minus P is 11576.25 minus 10,000. 1576.25 rupees, that is a CI1, that is the compound interest 1. Now if the same amount has been calculated annually, then it becomes, apply the formula and then it becomes here 10,000 and 110 upon 100 raised to 1. So raised to 1 means the answer becomes here 11000 rupees. This is the amount for 1 year. Now the next half year, that is to be calculated by using the formula of simple interest. Simple interest equal to PRN. This amount becomes the P. So 11,000 into R was here 10 and into number of years is half and 100. So 0 get cancelled. 2 1s are 2, 5s are 10. So it is 110 into 5, that becomes 550 rupees as the simple interest for the half year. Now let us find the total amount equal to amount equal to 11,000, this one, and this 550, so 550, so that gives you 11550 rupees. That is the amount here. So compound interest CI2 will be amount minus P, so that will be 11550 minus 10,000, that becomes 1550 rupees, that is compound interest type 2. Okay. Question 9th is, find the amount which Ram will get on rupees 4,096 if he gave for 18 months at a rate of 12% per annum, interest being compounded half yearly. So interest is compounded half yearly, rate is 12.5, means 22 by 2 percentage, and half means 1 upon 2, that is 25 upon 4 percentage. Number of months is 18 months converted into year divided by 12, so it becomes 3 by 2 year, that is 1.5 year, means 3 half years. So now apply the formula for 9th question. A equal to P, 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n. Substitute all the values, it becomes 4096. 400 plus 25 is 425 upon 400, the whole raised to 3. Okay, so 425 on cancelling, it becomes 17 upon 16, the whole cube. Now if you solve this, it will give the answer as 4913 rupees. So that is the amount that Ram will get if it is compounded half yearly. Okay. 10th question is, you have to find the population of a place increased to 54,000 in 2003 at the rate of 5% per annum. Find the population in 2001. So in 2001, you have to find the population before 2 years. The population in 2003 has been given, you have to find the population in 2001. Rate of increase is 5%. So n will be here, 2003 minus 2001 is 2 years. So you have to find by using the formula of population. Population in 2003 means after 2 years equal to population in 2001, 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n. 2001 we don't know, that is x here. Now find the value for x. So this becomes 54000 equal to x, 105 upon 100 the whole square. So to find the value of x, it becomes 54000 into 100 upon 105 into 105. So you get the answer as here x will be equal to, so on doing the cancellation you get the value in point decimal as, that is 48979.59, which is approximately equal to 48980. You have to write here approximate. Because the population, counting of the population cannot be in decimals, you have to write in the approximate whole number. Okay. So this was the population in 2001. Okay, X is population in 2001. So population in 2001 is 48980 approx. Okay. The next one is here. The second one, you have to find the population in 2005 now. After 2003, now 2005. So in 2003 it is 54,000. R is 5%. Number of years are 2. So population in 2005 equal to population in 2003 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n. So now substitute the values. That becomes here 54000 1 plus that becomes 105 upon 100 the whole square. So on solving you get the answer here as 54000. This is divided by 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are and 20 the whole square. So on solving this you will get the answer as 595 59535. So this was your population after 5 years. So population after 5 years equal to 59535. Okay. So this way you have to solve question number 10. In laboratory, the count of bacteria in a certain experiment was increasing at the rate of 2.5 per hour. Find the bacteria at the end of the 2 hours if the count was initially 5,06,000. So initial count of bacteria was 5,06,000. Rate of interest is 2.5 per hour, and n equal to after 2 hours you have to find. So 2 hours. Number of bacteria at the end of 2 hours you have to find. So write the formula. Number of bacteria at the end of 2 hours equal to initial bacteria multiply by 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n. So initial bacteria was 5,06,000. 1 plus 2.5 upon 100 the whole square. So it becomes 5,06,000 into, remove the point, so it becomes 25 upon 1000 the whole square. So it becomes 5,06,000. 25 ones are 25, 4s are 100 and 0. So it becomes 1 upon 40 the whole square. So 1 upon 40 means 506,000. That is 40 plus 1 is 41 upon 40 the whole square. Okay. So on solving this you will get the answer as number of bacteria 531,616.25. After 2 hours this much bacteria will increase. Now convert it into the round figure. Since the after decimal it is 25, so we will write as 1616 approximately. So this was number of bacteria at the end of 2 hours. Number of bacteria at the end of 2 hours. Okay. 12th one is a scooter was brought for 42,000 rupees. Its value depreciated means decreased at the rate of 8% per annum. So CP of scooter, that is the present value, is 42,000. Value depreciated R equal to 8%. Value after 1 year you have to find out. So value of scooter after 1 year will be present value multiplied by 1 minus here now R upon 100 raised to n. So 42,000 into 1 minus 8 upon 100 raised to n. So that becomes 42,000. 100 minus 8 is 92 by 100 raised to n raised to 1 means only 92 upon 100. So if you solve it, you will get the answer at cancel 0, 0. From here you get 420 into 92. So that becomes 38640 rupees. That is the value of scooter after 1 year. After 1 year. Okay. So this was the last question, question number 12. So this way you have to solve your exercise 8.3. It is little bit tough one, but if you do practice it, it can be easy for you to solve. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel, Get the Math.